Hi, I'm 14 and I'm from Ponders End in London. If I were in number 10, I would solve the housing crisis so that nobody has to be homeless like my family were. I live in a housing association with my parent and my brothers, and in August our house began to flood, so we were moved into a temporary accommodation, but then we got kicked out on Christmas Day, so we were moved into a hotel for about 6 months. We're back at home now, but the ceiling began to flood again, and then the ceiling fell down. Even though the leaks have been repaired now, there's still like a mold and damp issue which flares up my asthma and makes me really wheezy. If I were to change one thing about the country, I'd make housing more accessible for disabled people like my brother. What worries me most about the future is the housing problems within my area, and especially with Black and ethnic minority groups. In 10 years' time, I'd like to be an architect so that I can design better housing for people like my family.
I'm Leon, I'm 14 years old and I'm from Belfast, Northern Ireland. If I was in 10 Downing Street, I would get waiting lists in the NHS sorted out so that people like my granddad don't have to wait as long for their operations. Northern Ireland has some of the worst waiting lists in all of the UK. What do you feel about that?
Very disappointed with it at the present time, because it just seems to be growing longer and longer, and as I say, the government here has collapsed. As I say, we're falling further and further behind all the time.
My name's Aaron, I'm 14 years old, I'm from Glasgow in Scotland. If I were in number 10, I'd make sure public sector staff like my mum got fair pay. My podcast is about Celtic. It's really interesting to do, and I like to keep people up to date with Celtic news also on my social media. My mum is a college lecturer and she's teaching the next generation of NHS workers. I think NHS staff deserve fair pay because effectively they save lives and they help so much people day to day. They don't get enough credit and they don't get the fair pay, therefore it drives them out of their jobs.
I'm Russia and I'm 14 and I'm from Ardoyne in Belfast, Northern Ireland. If I were in number 10, I would reopen all the youth clubs just so people could feel safe. Ardoyne's just Ardoyne. I think it would be better if there was more facilities open around here and having more things to do other than people just running about the street. It's a good place, but they need to open more facilities and have more things to do for young people. There was a high rate of suicide in the community. We got a painting done up on the wall just so people know that you're not alone and to always speak up and ask for help. Just from the picture you can see that it means a lot to most people in the community.
Hi, my name's Summer, I live in North Lanarkshire and I'm 14. If I was in number 10, I would encourage the Scottish people to vote for independence again and to also try get more free travel for young people across England. My favourite thing to do is definitely ride horses or acting. Best day of my life was definitely getting my puppy Leo. That was such a good day for me, it was such a good surprise. Right now where I go to school, quite a lot of people are influenced by drugs and just vaping and stuff, and I just feel like if that's an issue at the age of 14 to 16, I feel like it's going to be a bigger issue when they're older.
My name's Yahya, I'm 14 and I'm from Cardiff, South Wales. If I was in number 10, I'd make sure all young people have access to sports in their community. There was not much after school opportunities, there was only football and rugby. But outside of school I didn't have too much as well. But the thing that I found was boxing. It's a place where I want to be, and I like how it involves a lot of physical activities and it keeps you fit all the time, keeps people off the streets. It's a bit of therapy for some people. I think there should be a lot more free classes, a lot more opportunities. It's hard for other people who are struggling maybe, that can't pay for sports, that can't pay for stuff like that. And some people don't really understand what it's like to go outside and play anymore, go outside and kick a ball. So I think people in this country now aren't really fit. And if you're not fit, then your mental health isn't really there. Yeah, I believe everyone deserves to feel like they can find a sport which suits them, which is alright for them and which can help them.
My name is Sky, I'm 13 years old and I live on the west coast of Wales in the Snowdonia National Park, very near the village of Fairbourne. If I was in number 10, I would definitely prioritise tackling the climate emergency. Fairbourne, it does get a lot of bad news and we always kind of say, the sea is level and lots of other coastal communities are going to flood. and it just so happens that Fairborn is unique. They've been called the first climate refugees in the developed world, but I think most people are aware of it, but we will just carry on with living in this beautiful place with the beach on our doorstep.
My name's Erin, I'm 14, I live in Higher Folds in Leigh. If I was in number 10, I would get support and justice for the families of COVID who lost loved ones. My motivation for this is I lost my nan, who I was very close with, and my stepbrother, he got really sick and he ended up being in the hospital because he had like a condition with his heart, and I wasn't able to see my dad because he has really bad asthma problems. That was also really hard because I am really close with my dad. After my nan passed away, I just wanted to go and see him and wanted to see how he was doing, and I just couldn't.
How do you feel about how the government handled COVID? Like, they broke some of the rules?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like it's just stupid. If you're going to put rules in place and then you're not going to follow them, how do you expect the people that you're looking over to follow them as well? You can't get mad at us when we don't follow the rules when you don't either.
I'm Inaya, I'm 14 years old and I'm from Redbridge in London. I believe that all 16-year-olds should be able to vote because there is a massive stereotype against the youth not knowing what they are talking about. This is the reason why I am the Deputy Member of Youth Parliament for Redbridge and the Chief Voice Officer for Kids Against Plastic. I want to be able to use my voice to voice the youth. I think the thing that worries me the most is that people don't understand how their actions have a difference, especially to our environment. So if people don't understand the negative impacts that it has, it can be really concerning for the future. Something that would make life so much better for people in Redbridge is if people who were in charge helped to understand the views and the perspectives of young people.